So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So after covering the NumPy library, we will be coming to Pandas library. So before starting, I would like to tell that we have the projects we have built earlier. We have used Pandas library in that, and in this video, I will be giving you a detailed explanation about what is Pandas library, how it is we are using in machine learning projects and all that. So let's start. So let's start with what is Pandas. What is Pandas? Don't think about that animal pandas. So jokes apart, let's start. So Pandas is a Python library used to load, explore, clean, transform, and prepare datasets before training a machine learning model. So basically, what are functions it are used to do? Load, explore, clean, transform, and prepare datasets. So it is working with preparing data sets. That's why you will later see that in every project we are using Pandas in starting. How? I will show you. So you can say that almost every machine learning project begin with Pandas because model require clean and structured data. It is a basic requirement for any model that the data should be clean and structured. And Pandas do that only. Okay. So next. Now I will give you a simple definition of Pandas. Pandas is a Python libraries that help us to work with datasets in rows and columns, making it easier to prepare data for machine learning. Now, the question arises is, why do we use Pandas in machine learning? Why? So we can say that machine learning models cannot directly learn from raw data. Real world dataset often contains missing values, duplicate records, incorrect data, categorical values, unnecessary columns. So pandas help us to clean and organize this data before passing to the machine learning. The projects we have made till now doesn't have that much of impure data and incorrect data, and duplicate records are also not there. But moving forward, you will face numerous projects in which all these things you will found. So here, their pandas will be more effectively used. Okay. So, so if you see the pipeline of a ML model, it is something like this. We have a data set, then we apply pandas, then we do data cleaning, then we do feature engineering, then we do train, test, split, then we do ML modeling, and then we do predictions. I think you must be aware with this flow pipeline of ML. So pandas is mainly used in the first four stages of the pipeline. Here we use pandas more. Okay. So what are the steps? I will tell you. First step is importing pandas. How do we do that? Import pandas as PD. We use PD as a alias for the pandas library. Instead of writing pandas every time, we will write it as PD. Okay. Second, what we do, we load the data set. Load the data set. So the most of the machine learning data sets are stored in CSV values. What is CSV? Comma, separated values. Okay. What line we write in our code? df is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV and the name of or the path. Let's take example of iris dot CSV. So what happens is this loads the data set into the data frame. DF is basically the short form of data frame. Okay, which is pandas main data structure. Okay, now we will come to step 3, which is understanding the data set. And for understanding, if you just guess it, what we do, df dot head. So before moving to that, I will tell you what is happening over here. PD over here refers to the Python library. Read underscore CSV is the function provided by Pandas. Pandas reads the CSV file from your computer. This CSV file, Pandas, it is safe read from our computer. It converts the data into a data frame. This data is converted into data frame, and the data frame is stored in the variable df, and in the whole project we use df dot head, df dot tail, df dot value counts, and everything like that. Okay, so don't get confused. Df is not itself pandas, it is a pandas data frame object. Okay, next, understanding the data. And first thing, for understanding our data set, what we do df dot head. We can write it as df dot head also. So what it shows us the first 5 values, 1 2 3 4 5 of our data set, all first 5 rows and all the columns it shows us. These are the all the columns, so we can understand our data set. So df is a pandas data frame and head is the method of the data frame class in Python. So this is the method. Okay, when you call df.head, you are asking the pandas data frame to display its first 5 rows. By default, it is 5. If you write 10 over here or you write 15 over here, it will show you the first 15. So like that only, you have df.tail. It will show you last 5 rows of our data set. Okay. So if I tell you the virtual representation of this, you have your CSV file, then you are doing pd dot read underscore CSV, then you are doing, then pandas creates a data frame. Then what happens? df is there and df dot head is there. What does pandas is doing from its sides? Pandas execute the data frames head method. Then first 5 rows are displayed. Okay. So I will also tell you an example so that you understand it more clearly. Take our iris flower classification. Okay, so when we were doing df dot head, for output we were getting sepal length, sepal width, petal width, species, and all the species were mentioned here, all the values were there, all the values were there, and all the values were there. So the reading the so the basically pandas is responsible for reading the CSV file, creating the data frame df, providing the head method, formatting and displaying the first 5 rows. Okay. Now next step is our, we were also doing that df of columns, and we were df of info, we were checking data type. Next step I will now tell you. Step 4 is analyzing the data. For that we were doing df dot describe. So this was providing us the statistical information such as mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum quartiles. This help us to understand distribution of numerical features. Then we were checking all this stuff were because of the pandas we were able to do, because everywhere df is included. We were doing for checking missing values. Missing values. What we were doing? df is null sum. So we were so missing values can reduce model performance, so they should be handled before training. Okay, so here also df is there, so our we were using it, our pandas library was used. Next step was handling. Are you seeing how many times pandas we have used in a project, but before that we weren't knowing. Now we are getting all the, we can connect all the dots. Okay, so what we were doing to remove rows with missing values, we were just doing df dot drop na, and because of this data frame of pandas it was possible. Or we were replacing the missing values with the column main, there also we were using pandas only. For removing duplicate records, what we were doing, df dot drop duplicates, and in place was true. Why in place is equal to true? So that our original data set changes, not a duplicate data is made. So here also we were using it. So duplicate can bias the model, so removing them often improves data quality. Now step 8 was select features and target. In supervised learning, we separate the input features X from the target Y. Okay. Let me write the code. You will so that you can understand it better. df of drop species access is equal to 1. df of species. So here X contain the input features, Y contain the target labels. So here also you can see that df is used. So we were using the pandas data frame over here. In encoding also we have used for encoding the categorical data if it was needed. Machine learning model cannot work directly with text values. That's why we were using pd.getDummies. So it was converting them into 0 and 1 or numerical values. Okay. So this converts categorical columns into numerical formats. And finally, the step 10 was save the clean data set. So what code we were writing? To CSV cleaned data.csv, and in place was false, so that and in place here was false, so that our original data frame does not change, and in place was, and a new data is formed. Okay. So now I will tell you that how we use pandas in our iris flower classification project. See, until you won't have any practical knowledge of a library, you won't be able to understand it. So I will be using this, I will be telling in iris flower classification also, iris flower classification also, and car price prediction also. So we had the first line we wrote that import pandas as PD and df is equal to pd.read csv iris.csv. So we use pandas to load the iris dataset, display the first few rows using head, check the data set shape using shape, inspect data types with info, generate summary statistic using describe, verify there were no missing values using is null.sum. And last, separate the input features and target label Y before training the KNN classifier. And now in how we use it in the car price prediction project, we have like use it into loading the car price data set, explore the data set with head, info and describe, check for missing values and clean the data if required, encode categorical columns into numerical values, select the relevant features and the target price, prepare the dataset before training the regression model. Now, I will be telling you the common pandas functions of Python. Function of pandas. So, what is PD dot read underscore CSV used for? It is used for loading the data set. Next, head is used for preview the data. Next comes our shape, which is used to check the rows and columns. Next comes info, inspect data types and missing values. and missing values. So this was 1, 2, 3, 4, then comes fifth. Describe, which is used for analyze numerical features. Numerical features. Sixth is null of sum, detect missing values. Seventh is fill NA, fill missing values. Eighth is drop N, remove missing values. Ninth, too much of them. One more was drop duplicates. Remove duplicate records. Okay. So get dummies. I've explained you. Convert categorical data into numerical data into numerical. Eleventh one is drop, remove unnecessary columns. 12th one, save the cleaned dataset. So these 12 I am remembering right now. So, and if someone asks you for last thing, now coming to the conclusion of this. So if an interviewer asks you what is Pandas library, then what you can say for that? Pandas is an open source Python library built on top of NumPy that is used to load, clean, analyze, transform, and prepare structured data sets for machine learning. It provides a data frame, data structure, and making it easy to handle tabular data before training and evaluation the model. I will also paste this what I've told over here so that you can just see the definition. So this is the definition and you can just read it. So this is a machine learning focused explanation covering the Pandas concept you will use in the most beginner and intermediate machine learning project. So this was from my side, and thank you everyone for watching the videos. Next, more Python libraries I will be telling you, and you can just watch them. Thank you everyone.